Hello and welcome to the first Pixel Spank unboxing. My name is Danny Spatera.
And I'm Beta Ray Ben.
And today's unboxing is...
It's a big one.
Bum, bum, bum.
So this is the new Nintendo 3DS Ambassador Edition. It's actually mine. I paid for it.
I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like.
Yeah, so just so you get a bit of the backstory here, I brought this when it came out and I refused to let him look at it in any way, and he's been livid about it.
Irate, you could say.
No, you review. I rate.
Let's get it open. Is it one of those boxes? I mean, I'm not that impressed with the presentation of the outside.
Well, in their defense, it's a box.
I know, but I feel they could have put a little bit more effort into it. It doesn't look that great.
Just gone for white. Nothing too special. Right.
Now the inside box looks a little bit nicer.
Yeah, you see, this is the box you're actually likely to see. It's quite utilitarian if you look at it. There's not a lot on the front. It just says Nintendo, and that's actually Nintendo in Japanese. Or at least it's close to it. It actually means Entrust Sky Company. Huh?
Yes. Mm.
Yeah, it says it on the top.
Yeah. Very compact.
Yeah, they're good at that.
Very bijou.
And there's a good reason for that, which we'll get on to. It's a charging cradle.
Very nice.
I don't know if that's as good as the one they used to come with, though, because I don't know if you can play it while it's in that.
I don't think you can from the looks of it.
No, it doesn't look like it. And you also get these cover plates.
So this is a new feature of the new 3DS.
Yeah.
The smaller version, at least, where you can change the cover plates to different designs.
Yeah, so I think these only come with the Ambassador Edition, but
Yeah,
I'm not actually certain. They're 3DS, Smash Brothers ones, whatever. They're quite nice. They're white. They've got kind of an etched effect.
Yeah, they're not very readable from a distance, but up close, there's actually quite a lot of detail. And the design's really nice. You've got a lot of cool characters on there. I like them. I like the fact that also it is kind of a limited edition thing where you're only going to get these cover plates for this console.
Right, so onto the thing itself. There's not too much exciting on the box, just a rundown of the new stuff, which you'll probably already be aware of if you're buying this.
Look at all this paperwork.
Yeah, so there's several documents in here. You got this nonsense for customer support, the AR cards.
Actually, I will say customer support really good with Nintendo, and the best thing about it is if you're on hold, they play classic Nintendo music.
I've been a Nintendo fan for years. I've never had to call them.
My only time was when my Wii U broke. So
yeah. Right, so you got the AR cards. I'm guessing there's 6 of these in here, and it's the same ones you get with the standard 3DS. So there's nothing new there. Got manual and a quick start guide, which I actually read. They are useless.
yeah.
I read them to find out how to put the faceplates on, and it didn't help. Now you'll come across this incredible piece of design of cardboard, which you just turn it on its side and it'll fall out.
I just love that someone designed that. They did a bloody good job as well.
It's an incredible piece of design. Right, let's get it out of its weird sock. Now here's the device proper.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the first thing you'll notice is there's no cover plate on top.
It comes nude.
Nude. It's quite lewd. That's not fully true. There is one on the bottom.
Right.
It's just the top one that they put on.
Nothing above the pants.
Yeah, it's page 3,
Yeah.
if you will. Now, I don't know where it's gone, but there is the top one. It's probably still in the box.
I see. Yeah. Here we have it.
Yes.
It's got some nice Japanese...
So that's the Ambassador one that says Nintendo on it. I don't know why they didn't put that one on, because the top one just clips on and the bottom one screws on.
Yeah.
Strange decision.
Yeah, I'm not sure I quite follow their thought process.
We'll open it up. It's big-ish, bigger than regular.
First thing that gets me, the coloured buttons. Love it.
I do like them. And they're in the correct colours. You may recognise them from my logo. They actually stole the idea from me, but I don't mind. That's fine.
We'll let them off this time.
That's fine. Got the home button at the bottom. It's an actual button now, which is nice. The power button's down here, and it's quite hard to push. You're not going to do it by accident. And if you're anything like me, you won't be turning it on and off all that often.
No, that's the beauty of it. Just put it to sleep. Yeah.
And there's a little light next to the camera. I don't know if that does anything. I think it's for the motion tracking. The stylus is now in the bottom, and it's a bit smaller than what you get on an XL, but I think it's probably a bit better than one you get on the 3DS, which was telescopic. Got a headphone jack in the middle. And there's the card slot for the games, which is redundant for me because I'm all digital.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's got it's got a good weight to it, actually. It's heavier than I was expecting it to feel. Now, and yeah, of course, this top screen is bigger than the original smaller one.
Yeah, it's bigger than the original.
Oh, lovely clicky buttons up here. You got the extra.
So you got the 2 new shoulder buttons as well, and the C stick in there. Why don't you give that a little rub?
Ooh.
Yes, it doesn't have a lot of give to it.
No, it doesn't.
Does it?
No.
When you use it, it's actually surprisingly responsive. I navigated the menu with it more than anything else.
No, the build quality actually feels quite a bit better than previous 3DSs.
Yeah. See, now the first issue I ran into when I was using it was I had to get the back off. See, it comes with a micro SD card, 4GB, which is plenty if you don't want to use it. If you get my meaning.
Yeah.
I'm all digital, so I had to replace it with a 32GB. So to get the back off, you have to undo these 2 little screws, and it's not easy. If you have any of these little tiny screwdrivers, they'll probably fit.
Are those ones you get in Christmas crackers?
Yeah, I got these out of a cracker, and they were useless to me. Fortunately, my penknife has a tiny screwdriver.
So, shall we put some new plates on?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's going to take me about 5 minutes to get these off. So they're little tiny Phillips head screws. And they are a bit of a bugger to undo. I've pre-loosened these because I'm a professional. Right. So these screws are undone. When you turn them, you can hear the click that tells you they're undone.
Right.
It still won't come off. Nothing in the manual tells you how to get it off. If you look to the sides, here and here, there's a little sort of opening which you can pop your fingernail in.
Oh, I can already tell I'm not going to enjoy doing that.
And just take it off like that. It's actually quite easy.
Okay.
Yes. You don't have to...
I thought it was going to be like the back of some phones, like a Samsung Galaxies, where you almost feel like it's going to snap.
You don't have to apply any real force.
Okay, that's good.
And the good thing is, you can see the memory card slot there. It's just clicks in and out. It's very secure. And you can change the battery if you want, quite easily.
Yeah, so I imagine if you're kind of on the road, a long journey, you could probably switch batteries, providing you've got the tiny screwdriver that you need. Yeah, well,
you've got a few options here. You can put in a new battery if this one dies on you, which is not unheard of. Or you can probably get... I had for my old DSi, I had an induction battery. So it was a different battery you put in, and you can charge it for an induction plate.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. Quite pointless, but very cool.
Yep. It's the way of the future.
Right. I'll break them open then. We'll put the new plates on. I haven't made a firm decision what plates I'm going to use on this.
First of all, this box is really nice to open. It just kind of ripped in a very pleasant way.
Huh. That's quite nice, isn't it?
Nintendo are doing... They're almost doing an Apple. This is nice packaging.
It is very pleasing, isn't it?
All right, so we got the top...
All right, so I'll pop the top ones on first. I've not actually attempted to put one of these on yet. I'm hoping it'll be nice and easy. Okay, that was quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just slot it in at the bottom and just push it back.
So what I hadn't noticed is the fact that the screws on the bottom plate actually remain with the...
Yeah, you can't take them out, which is some kind of witchcraft, if you ask me, and it is a godsend, because you know they would go.
Yeah, because you would lose them really easily. So, there we go.
To get the bottom on, it's a little bit more difficult than the top, but not a lot more. You just slide the bottom in and push it. Now, I haven't actually done the screws in yet, but you can see that's not coming off. It's pretty secure anyway.
You probably don't need to screw it in then.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably would if you know you're going to keep it, but if you've got a few and you think you can exchange them, often, then you might want to do that.
I wouldn't be surprised if this takes off for a start, you're going to get third-party ones of these, which probably won't even use the screws. They might use something else. I'd quite like to see them produce a properly armored edition, like really big rugged. Yeah, massive rugged strips. Rugged rubber is what I want. So you have no fear of like dropping it or anything.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's come back to this video with a comparison of the other consoles.
Excellent idea. Hello and welcome back to our 3DS unboxing.
Costume change.
Yes, there was a brief pause of several days. So, now we're going to do our comparison section of the video. This is obviously the new 3DS. Bring on the props. So first up we have the old 3DS. Now
the original model.
OG, if you will. Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but pretty similar in size, aren't they? The old model is smaller, noticeably smaller, but there's not a huge difference in it. If one fitted in your pocket, the other probably will.
You're not going to notice that extra bulk.
Right, now if we look at the screens, that's the most important thing. Now we can't see this because of the angle, but we're going to assume one is larger than the other.
Yeah, quite substantially. That's the thing with screen sizes. It doesn't always sound like that much of an increment, like when you say like between 5 and 6 inches.
Yeah, when they say it in inches, it's nothing. When they say the percentage, and it's like, oh yes, it's 95% large. You're like, what? A 95% increase? But yeah, it is a bit bigger, but not too much so.
I think it's bigger. It's enough of an increase to actually make it, a better experience.
Yeah, because when I had this to start with, the OG, I thought, yeah, I can deal with this. Then I moved on to the XL, bringing the XL. And I thought, I will never go back to OG, because this...
It's kind of the way it's meant to be.
This is huge, this one. And if you just sit in next to it, you realise how much bigger the screen is. The model is...
Ben is dying on us.
The model itself is not that much bigger, but just the retail of the screen, they just filled that space in.
Mm. Also, I think with the XL, it was a bit better aesthetically. Like this one has got some weird kind of triple cake thing going on.
Yeah,
the red one actually looked delicious. But yeah, and it's very like boxy and
it's quite angular to hold as well. The XL smoothed all those lines out, and that continues to the new 3DS. Which since the earlier part of the video, I have now played this quite extensively, so I know, I'm more in the know on this.
I'm just going to do a quick test, see which is. Yeah, and this is also just more comfortable to hold.
Yeah, it certainly is.
It just feels a lot nicer than this. This has got too much stuff protruding. Like the edges aren't flat. It's just. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still a good system. This, if you got this, you're still set. But
if you're thinking about upgrading and you've got this and you want to go to this, by all means, you're not going to miss out on anything, really. And it's similar enough that you're going to know what you're doing. All right.
Mm.
This is genuinely much nicer.
Yeah. So I mean, just from like. I haven't had much use of this, but it just feels like a nicer experience. So I'm looking forward to seeing the XL version as well, which I have pre-ordered. The Monster Hunter 4 edition.
That'll be not our next unboxing, but down the line.
It will be out when it's out.
Yes, that's the best way to put it. Right, so we've got one final bit to unbox. We never did it last time. It's the charging cradle.
Let's get this junk, this old junk
that
out
is
of the way.
useless to me now. When I got the XL, the regular 3DS, I put it in my car and forgot about it. And now the same thing will probably happen to the XL. I like to keep these things in my car. Feel that. Feel that.
Ooh.
It's
got nice plastic.
Yeah, it's sort of... How would you describe that? It's like velour.
Velour. Well, it's very much not like velour, but it is very nice.
It's not dissimilar to velour.
It's completely dissimilar to
It
velour.
almost feels... It is plastic, but it's got a sort of almost a silicone feel to it.
Mm.
Right.
Something else that is very different from velour. Yeah,
Very similar. I'm thinking.
You got to have it in so that you can see the charging light.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Straight in like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously this cradle. How do you plug it in?
There.
There you go. You plug it in the bottom, and there's a little schwa for the lead to go through.
Now this won't be included normally, will it? It's a separate cost. Oh, it's not that hard.
I don't know why I was panicking so much.
Yeah, am I right about that? It's separate for.
Yeah, I think you only
version.
get this in this this pack.
You would normally have to buy that. I don't know how much that's going to be.
Yeah. So weirdly, the original 3DS came with a similar thing to this, but it sat on it flat. And I could kind of see the point of that because it was nice and easy, and you could still play it when it was in there. This one you can't. Not even. Well, unless you can get at that. Well, okay, you can. The screen is on. I can confirm. If you were very good, you could play at this angle, but I wouldn't advise it. The 3D definitely won't work.
Do you know what I've just realised?
What?
If this was slightly more angled, it would look like the Wii U.
Oh my God,
sorry,
it
the
would,
Wii. The Wii.
Hang on,
with the original stand.
Because with the Nintendo on the back as well.
It looks like the Wii.
Yeah.
That's great.
I reckon that's where they've done it.
I don't know if that's intentional, but...
I would say we're now going to go and get a Wii and the thing, but I haven't got the thing. I've only got the Wii, so it's not going to happen.
I think I threw mine at someone and it's gone now.
Pointless.
It's in them. Yeah, I think it's nicer to have it standing up. Takes up less space. It's an attractive little dock. But how are you going to power it, Ben? How are you going to power it?
Just power lead.
No power lead.
Why? Why
No
did you,
power lead.
How is it fitting in this box anyway? Yeah, so it doesn't come with a power lead. What do you think about that?
Crazy. It's crazy. Imagine buying a computer without a power lead. Imagine buying a TV without a power lead. Imagine buying a microwave without a power lead.
Quite often, like, computers don't come with power leads. Mine didn't.
I've never heard of that. I'm pretty sure you're lying.
Well, no, because they use like a standard three-pronged adapter, so they don't often supply them just purely because they're standard.
I think it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't mind, actually. I've already got... Well, I've got the original 3DS. I got one with that. So I didn't need one when I upgraded to my XL. I'm not someone who ever sells anything ever, so...
I think a lot of people, though, will be a bit annoyed about this. If you're going to trade in your console to get this new one, you've got to trade in the power lead as well. You know? It's just an extra cost on top of it, which is a little bit stupid.
See, I fully understand all those arguments, but from my point of view, I always think it's an extra cost for you, it's an extra saving for me. Because I do not need it.
But
if you could all be a little bit more like me, you know...
The world would be a very horrible and violent place.
Bitter. It would be very bitter.
So, this is the new 3DS XL. No, not XL. Small one.
It's the new 3DS.
The new 3DS.
The worst name ever.
Yeah.
Now, there are two features we haven't really talked about. The NFC.
So, for Amiibos.
Yeah, but I haven't got Smash Brothers for 3DS, and I don't intend to get it, so... I won't. It's unlikely I'll ever really know what.
They haven't announced anything compelling for the 3DS in terms of Amiibo.
No, and I will point out the super stable 3D that they've added. It's excellent. It really works. It makes 3D. I don't know if bearable is the right word, but definitely usable.
See, I'm in two minds about that though, because when you put the 3D on, you lose a bit of the fidelity and.
You see, it's got the boosted power.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
So you do still lose a bit of the graphical fidelity. I thought I'd throw that argument out there and then immediately crush it. No, that was mine. You can't have that.
So you're happy with it?
Yes. Yeah. But then again, I was always going to get it.
Yeah.
I probably would have got the XL if I hadn't been offered this version, the Ambassador one. I was like, well, I've got it. It says Ambassador.
Exactly. So we'll have the unboxing of the XL as soon as we can. In the meantime, be sure to check out our other unboxing videos. We got some exciting ones coming along in the pipeline.
Have we?
We have. Insert a Mario sound there, like boo, boo, boo. Pipeline.
What?
Pipeline. Pipe going down pipes.
I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, we might get sued or something.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Don't do that, Nintendo.
No one sue us for any reason. We'll see you next time.